Okay, this is going to be Body Systems Part 3. For Part 3, again, I'm going to go over several items. Please keep in mind that if a lab is on Blackboard, I typically expect the students to write down so many facts that will be determined by the teacher, okay? They could be typed up through Google Docs and then printed off and turned in. So how to complete the Hardy-Weinberg lab, item 13, and then also AP lab number 10 will need to be done in that manner. Let's talk about item number 18, the coroner's report. For the coroner's report, this is a doozy. You have got to read and highlight. I'm telling you that because you will be given a quiz before you are allowed to start this lab, okay? You've got to know what is going on in this lab. So, reading and highlighting will be checked before you start. I also want you to answer the pre-lab questions on page 3, question 1 and question 2 in sentence form. We're going to need materials out of the AP biology cabinets, but also from the chemical cabinet. So we need to make sure we have all of this ahead of time. So for part A, you're going to be doing a urinalysis. You're going to be checking for protein. You're going to be checking for glucose. For part B, you're doing blood analysis. So you're checking for sodium and potassium, and then chloride. And then you are going to be using table 2 under the pathology evidence to try to figure out what happened, what went on. So as you do these tests, you are going to fill out this page here, page 5. So what happened in the protein test, what happened with glucose, what happened with your blood analysis test, both of them. And then you're going to answer the post-lab questions. There will not be a hypothesis, so therefore no rerun. But you've got to understand the lab in order to be able to figure out what happened, okay? That is called the coroner's report. Moving on to the behavior lab. The lab is actually titled the Animal Behavior Lab, and if I believe, you have to go to Blackboard to get this information. So when you go to Blackboard, there's a purpose and there's a procedure. You're going to go to that website, okay? You are going to read the instructions. You are going to perform each set of experiments. It says 10 times each. Record whatever data you get in the chart. Write detailed descriptions of each case as well, okay? So for whatever they have you do for case 1, you're going to tell me about it here. Case 2, case 3, case 4. And then you are going to graph your results as appropriate. No more hand-done graphs. I expect Excel. Now, you are going to be doing 4 cases, therefore in your key, 4 different colors, 4 different types of lines. Make sure you have an overall title, your key, and your X and Y axis labeled in any necessary units, okay? This is going to kind of be testing your response, your behavior. I think that's it. Oh, no, I fit. Let's go ahead in this video and talk about your big project. For this project, you're going to need in-class but also out-of-class time on this. You are going to be assigned a group. This should be done toward, you know, kind of the end of all of these labs, maybe some of the labs going on, you know. So you are going to be given the guidelines. The guidelines are item number 19 in your table of contents. So your objective, your job, is to teach the class about one body system. We're going to use humans, so we have 11. So you could pick anything from reproduction to urinary system to circulatory and so on. So you're going to make a game to teach us about that unit or that system. You're going to present that information to the rest of the class, and you are going to comprise or come up with 10 multiple choice questions for it. So expectations, research it, use our textbook, use even an anatomy textbook, other resources. I have a few anatomy textbooks in that back cabinet under the sink, or there's actually some of you in anatomy. Vocabulary. On one page, not a front and back, on one page, type 15 terms at least in 12-point font. I need the term, hyphen, definition. This is vocabulary related to the function or functions, organs involved, etc. So 15 of the big doozy words for that human body system. Outline. This outline should be one page, not a front and back, one page. Typed, 12-point font. This is not simple vocabulary. It is like headings. Like use Roman numerals, then letters, then numbers. Come up with a system. Outline it. PowerPoint, Google Slides. 10 slides max. This counts the title page and your works cited page. In these 10 slides, I want images, key terms, ideas, concepts. Slides should not be text dense. This could include the function or functions of the system, how it relates to the other systems. Ask the anatomy students where to look for this. End of the chapters, hint, hint. What all organs are involved. Homeostatic imbalances, 3 extra facts. Come up with a game. Come up with an original game, but it can be based off of one of your childhood favorite games or completely original. It can be Jeopardy turned into your unit, but it can be something you completely make up. It can be the game of life, but game of reproduction. I don't know. Be creative. Can be a one-player or a multiplayer game. It could make us use technology. Just let us know ahead of time, hey, I need the computer because we need to do this kind of thing. But technology isn't necessary. It can be. It can be part of it. Must be creative and fun. Presentation. Using your PowerPoint as a guide, briefly present your system to the class. Before concluding your presentation, explain how to play your group's game. I have no time requirements. Content. Multiple choice questions. You are going to submit 5 multiple choice questions asking about vocabulary, 5 multiple choice questions based on concepts. All answers to these 10 questions must be found in the vocabulary list you turn in the outline, during your presentation, in the PowerPoint and or game. Because what's going to happen is students are going to study and then you have to take a quiz. So they need to be able to study using your game, using the outline, vocabulary, and so on. Everyone in your group must participate. Not everyone in your group will get the same grade. Work needs to be completed in and out of class. All parts of the project are important. The PowerPoint and 10 multiple choice questions must be emailed to the teacher before the start of class. On or even before the due date, provide the teacher with 1 copy of the vocab, the outline, and the answers to the 10 multiple choice questions. The game, you can't say you need it back. It needs to be able to stay in my classroom. You are responsible for teachers or teaching others in the class. So you have to have this assignment done on time. This assignment, no parts of it will be accepted late. Read the directions again and again. You guys are a small class. I want you in groups, no bigger than 2, maybe 1 group of 3. Maybe 1 group of 3. And I want each group doing a different system. There's 11 systems to choose from. Anatomy students, help them out. Okay, your due date will be set. This is a doozy of a project, but it can also be very fun and very, very informative. Good luck. I can't wait to see what you come up with.